everybody, it's Lisa from Sweet and Sassy Treasures. I am so excited to be here with you. If you're catching me live, you'll notice a live button in the upper left-hand corner when you're looking at the monitor, and that tells you that in fact you're catching us live. You can comment, you can ask questions, and we are just happy that you're here. I go live on both Facebook and YouTube every Tuesday and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we love it when you guys show up and keep us company. I was a few minutes late because I was having technical difficulties just in resetting things up from the holiday retreat that was this last weekend to back home going live. But thanks you guys so much for being here. We're gonna make a set of holiday tags, and in the process we're going to explore some of the differences between the Pentart snow and ice products. Before we start with that, I'm going to show you real quickly the project we did last Tuesday. So let me grab that. We did this book, and on the base of the snow globe is some copper metallic paint. But really what I wanted to point out is the snow globe itself. So after I was done, I used the pouring, what's it called, Pam? It's not called pouring glaze. What's it called?
Pouring resin.
Pouring resin. And I coated the top of the snow globe. And even though it was nice and clear, it's super clear now. And I really love the way that that turned out. Hi, Mary. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Vincetta. Hi, Mac. Hi, guys. Ooh, finishing your house. Thank you so much. So this was the project. This is what I ended up doing on the spine. And I just put one of the little fluffy things from the garland up there at the top. But I'm really happy with how that turned out. Now what I'm going to grab is my most recent IOD Artisan project, because we're going to go overhead as well. So first I'll show it to you. So this is on YouTube, and this looks like, are you guys able to read it, or is it mirrored? On my end, it's mirrored. Go to settings. Hold on here. It annoys me when you can't. My buttons are not active for some reason. All of my settings are off. It's just strange. Okay, that should do it. Now you should be able to read it. So the full tutorial for this project is on the IOD, I'm making myself dizzy, is on the IOD YouTube channel. And I used most of the Pentart Snow and Paste products. So that's Partridge Lane. If you look at the creamy iridescent snow on there, that's Pentart Ice Effect paste. And then I have ice paste on the trees, and I use some of the pens on the background. That, of course, is the snow globe. And then Figgy and Flourish is on there as well. So when I flip this over, and you see all this glittery, really cool stuff on here. The white back there is snow paste. Hi, Natalie. And then this right here, oops, what did I just hit? Oh, I flipped it. I thought I hit the filter. Okay, there we go. So this right here is snow paste, and it is white opaque, meaning it's not see-through. This is ice effect paste, and it is a creamy color, and it has glitter in it, but it also has mylar flakes in it. So it comes in a different bottle. This I've had for quite some time. It lasts forever. But that's what that is. And then when you look on some of the trees, which you're not going to be able to see from that angle, if I tip it up, I have ice effect paste. And I also use the pen on some of those elements, as well as on the back. That is a snow crystal pen. It was a really fun project to make, Pinterest inspired. And we're going to look at what I don't have is my snow crystal paste here in front of me. Oh, thank you, Vincetta. Hi, Shane. So this is the snow paste. When I just want fluffy white snow with no iridescence, no glitter, especially for a background, it's snow paste. It's really white. You can build it. It spreads beautifully. Ice crystal paste is translucent, so it is see-through. And whenever you see the word ice, that's what it means, is whatever's in there is suspended in more of a see-through type medium. The snow means that it's more white and you can't see through it as well. So the ice crystal paste has small glitter, whereas the ice effect paste has big sheets of glitter and it's a little bit off-white. Each one of these has a corresponding pen. And that's just for ease of application. So ice crystal pen, snow crystal pen. So the snow crystal pen, the paste is just like that. It's more of a white with the iridescence in it. Oh, Tracy, that's so sweet. So that's kind of the difference, and we're going to watch them in action. Okay, so what I'm using is I have these MDF blanks, and they are available in my online store. And it is a set of 3 made by Handcrafted Holiday Traditions. So you could use them to create a banner. So if you notice, 2 look like this on the bottom, the snowflake, and 1 looks like this. So you could run them as a banner or like a bunting, or you could use them as individual tags on gifts. So that's what I started with. Sometimes it's hard to envision when you start off with those MDF blanks what to do with them. So my thought was the purpose of this really is to explore the different products. But I thought, well, I'm going to use rice paper on them. And so in choosing a rice paper, I had to figure out, you know, would you still get the idea of what the image is? So this is, I think it's from last year or the year before, Shabby Christmas 4-pack. And the angel fits really well. The Santa fits really well. This is a really good paper for, hi, Sherry. This is a really good paper for the tags. I almost used this.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
It thinks when I say S-H-E-R-I that I'm saying S-I-R-I. So this one would work too, where you would just take portions of this. I thought this was really pretty. This one is, it's an AB Studios paper. It's under Christmas in my online store. But this is what I ended up using. And this is an ITD paper. And those are listed by number. This is tagged in my products used in this week's live. I wanted to go for consistency because the point is looking at the different possibilities with the ice and snow effects. So out of the three, I have two fairly far completed. And so we're just going to do one of the three. Sure we are. Put it in a really, oh, here it is, really good spot. So what I did was I painted the base white, and then the top where the bow's going to be going, I painted that black. I've got sections from that paper I showed you. Now, these are a little smaller than the tag, and I'll show you what I did. So I just cut this out. And snowflakes don't really have a top and a bottom, so you can swing this around. I really want this one. It's rotated a little bit because I want the snowflakes to be in the center. And I consider the bottom to be here because in my mind, this is snowflake right here. So I'm going to attach this up to about there. So I'm going to take some clear liquid patina, and I'm only going to put it where you see the white paint. I can. And I'll put it all the way down here. So if I don't have clear liquid patina, it's not going to stick. So I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to be going up a little higher. And I'll show you on one of them, I actually pieced it a little bit. So I'm going to go up to about there. And then that will go down to the bottom. So it's not going to fully cover up to that top section. I'll do another coat over the top. Pam, do you think you could find me an X-Acto blade by any chance? I think there's one in one of these bins that's laying here.
Should be.
Mine is super dull. I'm going to dry this.
All these little bits.
Hi, Kay. Cheryl said hi, Ken. I'll tell him. Tracy, you crack me up. It does look like an upside down deer. I don't disagree.
Really, out of every single thing we got here.
It would be just the blade. It would be totally in the bottom of the bin.
Maybe not one of these. You try that.
Oh, that's worse than the one I'm using, I think. I think there's some over there. I could probably find them. We've made a lot of headway putting stuff back, but we are definitely not back to normal. I'll try this one, but it looks like there's a lot of crud on there. I love this X-Acto knife, but it has a teeny tiny blade. And then what I did was I actually just dragged this along that cut where I matched the white paint to the black paint. And because it doesn't really have any clear liquid patina on it, comes up fairly easily. Emphasis on fairly. And then I'll do this part here. This sucker's like a microblade. Then I'll just sand this off. So down there is going to go snowflake. I'm not worried about that. And then I've just got that little section up top, which I can paint in, or I can take a small piece of this it doesn't need to line up perfectly as far as like matching goes. Yes, it's normal. Snap for sure. I don't know if bunting is the right word for that, like that pennant type stuff. You know, I do have to get this finished before I can move on. This is my really crappy one. There we go. And that other side just kind of tapped down, tucked down, whatever. And that looks pretty darned perfect. So now what to do about the bow? So many options. I could use metallic paint. No, I want to go like this. So many things that I could use. But I decided I love this new product that I got. We're going to use them tomorrow. It's new to me. It's not new. It's Pentart 3D glue paste. So it is the sticky stuff that you apply the gilded, the foil with, but it's thick enough that you can pull it through a stencil. And then I've got the 3D pen, which is the same thing. What would that look like, you say? So keep in mind that this board was not sealed before I did this little demo. So a lot of stuff is sticking to the background. But that's what it looks like when you pull it through a stencil and then apply it with the foil. And then this is the pen. And the foil comes in. Tracy, that is wonderful. It's funny, Cheryl. The foil comes in, I have it in green, purple, red, gold. I don't know if I got it in other colors, but it has been super fun to play with that. So I thought, well, I'd use that on the top of these. And what's fun is you could take like a comb or a fork, neither of which I took the time to go and find, and you could play with making, you know, lines in this. It doesn't need to be thick. You really don't want to get it on your work surface because it is tacky as tacky can be. So the other two I did smooth, and this one I'm going to do just a little stipply so that you can see that it maintains its texture. Again, a little bit goes a long way. Put that like that just so it doesn't hit my work surface. So I'm going to set that aside. Here are the ones that I already have prepped and ready to go, including this stuff. Now, it does not feel very sticky to me, which is a little scary. You can heat it up with your heat gun, but, you know, there probably won't be an issue. But normally it's like super, super sticky. On these two, my bottom paper, I touched up with Prom Queen paint where it was short. So I'm just going to blend that in a little bit. But that's where we're going to be building our snowflake. And then I did the same up here just to show you, you don't have to piece the paper. You can just bring the paint up in that way. Can I have a piece of parchment paper, Pam, please? Boy, that's like saying Peter Piper, pickled pepper. The other thing that would look pretty up here is the metallic pigment with the pigment fix. Hi, Claire. So first I'm going to use the Penta colored flakes. This one is black and gold. Now, if you've ever used this stuff, you guys know that it like the static is like crazy on it. So it's helpful to use something to grab it, which I don't have anything here. I don't even know. Don't even know. Don't care. Just going to use my fingers. Right now I want to see if it's sticky. So I'm going to do this one first. And I'm just going to push it on there. And don't get mad at me because I don't think I have any of this in stock. I have foil flakes, but I don't think I have the black and gold right now. And didn't really realize that until I was just thinking about it. So that's the black and gold one. Now we're going to do this one. Granted, there's stuff all over. I do have velvet powders, yes. I have green, red, black, tan, because I want to make a rust effect. So here's the gold. So in this case, the static is working in my favor. It is sticking to the brush. Hi, Charlie. Hi, honey. What? Hi. Okay, Mom's busy right now. Go see Dad. Go on. Go see Daddy. Go on. Oh, it's so needy lately. I think it's because I wasn't home. And if you can save the little flakes, I mean, that's exactly what's in this bottle is little flakes. So you might want to save them. So the black and gold and the gold. That's funny, Mary. I hear you on that one. Okay, I'm just going to fold this over. This time of year, I have sparkly stuff everywhere. And if you seal these, then you don't get that stuff sticking to it, but I kind of like when that happens. So now I'm going to look at the different products. So this is Ice Effect paste. First, I'm going to put down a little bit of snow paste. Just need to get a palette knife. For a project like this, the pen is, hi, Dorothy. The pen is really handy because you'll get, a lot of precision control. But here is the snow paste, and I'm just going to bring some of that into this piece. It's gritty and it's nice and white. Maybe I'll just bring just a little bit in here. To give it some texture. Might be fun too. I'll use the pen to get in some of those areas. Maybe I'll go a little bit in here as well. I'm going to take my heat gun to try and speed that along. It dries fairly quickly. So that would be like you just want the look of snow. Hi, Deborah. So now for the flakes, it would be very awkward to use the paste. So here I have the Snow Crystal pen. There is a snow pen. I actually just got it in. I haven't even added it to the online store yet. And this is Snow Crystal pen. So it's the white with glitter floating in it. And that's what's going to be good for these snowflakes. So I'm going to go in and go over those. Now I'm not going to do them all with the snow paste. I'm going to do some with the ice paste. And I cut my tip a little bit further down, which was dumb when it got clogged once. I'm going to take my ice crystal pen and that's going to dry more clear and hit some of those other spots. For the snowflakes, there are so many different things that you could do. I could use clear liquid patina and sheer frost, German glass glitter. That would keep them flat. If I use the pen, it will elevate them. So it depends on the look that you want. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the pen. So I'm just going to dot that around. And then I'm going to pull it through. And this is going to dry clear. And I'm not going to do all of them. I really just want the one to stand out. If I wanted to add glitter to the others, I would use the German glass glitter. Down here, I'm going to want to use the snow crystal pen or just the snow crystal because I'm going to go, let's see, actually, is this dry enough? Yeah. I'm going to use the Ice Effect paste on here because I want us to be able to see all of the different products. So let me see if I can zoom in right here where it's nice and white. So I'm stirring this up and I'm going to take and go over it with the Ice Effect paste. Oops, that's way too much. To me, it's made out of that snow, you know, that comes in the bag. That's what I think's floating in there. I don't really know, but that's what it seems like to me. Beautiful texture. So now down here, it's not going to be possible for me to, you know, effectively get paste in there. I know. And that's why I didn't understand. Like, to me, I thought, aren't they all the same? Nope. No, they're not. So with this, I'm going to go and this is the snow crystal. And it's clogged. And it's still clogged. Get it in there enough. I at least now understand what the differences are between them all, which, when I'm trying to purchase stuff to keep for retail, it's like, I don't know what's. So it's just Precision Applicator. And it's going to have texture to it. It's going to be crystallized. Not sure I needed to do there because I've got all the other stuff there. So that should be really pretty once it dries. Oops. So we're going to go to this one. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. I'm thinking about, I can find it. Yeah. I'm going to try this. I don't know what it's going to look like. This is the 3D Decor pen. It's gold. Yeah, Mary, everybody did a great job on vacuuming up. So I don't know if these colors of gold are going to go, but I'm going to try it to give some detail to this bow. Oops. And sometimes you hit an air pocket. That's what happens. And what I'm thinking this is going to do is give it some separation. This is the prettiest color of gold. It's really hard to see on top of that other one. I have the tags, Catherine. Handcrafted Holiday Traditions makes them. Come on.
Oh, those are pretty. I just tuned in.
I don't have a pen that's, oh wait, yes I do. I'm a liar. One's sitting right here. A T pen will work. I think I got glitter in it. All right. Oops. For some reason, it's not flowing down all the way to the end. Oh, good idea. Try it on paper. Yeah, it's just not, I can't get it to move to the end. Okay, I'm going to leave it upside down. And right now, I'm just going to draw that out with this pin. So at least I can see if I even like it through there a little bit. Okay, so what I want to try now is, oh, I bet you it's not. Oh, it is back here. My sheer frost. So I'm going to take my clear liquid patina, just so we can see the different possibilities. Just want to work that in there fairly well. And then run it across here as well. So I'm not sure. Let me hold it this way. There you go. So you can see. And then what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to take the snow crystal pen. Oops, I don't know what I did.
Lisa, I'm gonna get ready to go. It's
Okay,
pouring
sweetie.
out.
Thanks. Okay.
Pouring
Drive
out.
safe.
It's gonna take me a little longer. Text me, text me in the morning. Bye, everybody.
Pam says bye. My pens are probably less than half full, so that's part of the issue. All right, there we go. And really, I should have done this part first. Just to get a little bit of a buffer on there. And then you would do the same thing. I would take a toothpick or a skewer. Trying to see what that gold's looking like up there. I do have it turned upside down. And then I would just run this through the snowflakes. Just options of how to get that sparkle. They have glitter pens. I don't know if any of you have started watching the Hallmark Channel, but let me tell you, it is not popular over here at my house at all. It's funny. Ken doesn't understand why I like it because it's so cheesy. It's like, I think that's what I like about it. I'm going to get some of the little squigglies on this one. Now we'll just go in with the German glass glitter. I'm not sure I like the German glass glitter with the gold foil. And that down there still needs to dry. That's ice crystal, so it dries clear. But look at how pretty that is with it. And then I would go in with my pen. Let me grab my snow crystal pen, leave that upside down too. Feel good movies. Oh, who can't use a little unrealistic, feel good stuff? This is snow crystal, so these are going to be more of the, it's got to be that my pens are just low. I've been using these for over a year. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Charlie girl. Oops, get that glitter in there. Yeah, I think my pen's low. Here we go. I won't even really be able to post pictures of these online because those 3D effects just never show up. Oops. Now it's working. The only thing I don't care for about this one is the bow. I love that look. I don't like that look with this. So what I'll end up doing is going over the top of that with something else. Let me get my heat gun. I'm still going to do the other one. Not the smartest thing to do right now when I have all that glitter on there. And that's just going to puff up so I get too much heat on there. I think that I would have been happier with the, what am I trying to think? The gold paint is what I think. Let me set this aside. And you would have to do something around the edges. I know what I'm thinking about, but I have to wait till this all dries. But where is my other one? Right here. So I've got that on there. And it's quite stipply, but I'm going to grab, hi Mira. I'm going to grab my Pigment Fix. I'm not sure this is even going to work. I may not have any of it handy, but. I can't find my pigment fix, and my pigment, there's just way too much going on right now. So I'm just going to put the foil on here so that we can see what it looks like stippled. Gives it a little bit of dimension. And I suppose there's no reason you couldn't do the same thing on the bottom. Is go gold with that. That's my pigment fix. I just don't know where my metallic pigments are. I just don't know where they're at right now at all. I don't think that will work. Oh no, Tammy, that's awful. I don't have white velvet powder. So this is really just playing with different stuff, right? So let's see, just showing what the different, and none of this is dry. I just love the way that layered snow looks. This is appearing flat to me. So I'll want to elevate it with that gold paint. The other thing I do enjoy doing while this is still wet, assuming that it is, I'll take my German glass glitter and just add a little bit more just to it. Normally I offload my paper so that it doesn't, so I can save the excess. But that will dry clear. But I do think that would be really pretty in gold as well. And on this one, I'd have to get the size on there. And that just won't have time to dry. But the other thing I thought might be fun, and I don't know, I got kind of a lot going on here right now, is I just use the letterpress stamp. And I stamped out Joy. And I'm gonna ink it. So I have to show you on this one because the other ones are damp. Is to make whatever I don't know what you call them. If they're buntings, I don't know what they are. But so I would put the letter J on here. And then O and Y on the other two is where I'm going to head with this. I'm going to have to make them all consistent. So I'm going to have to go over that other one. I just want to get this a little bit more tattered and torn. And then I'll go and do the snowflake elements. After I get the letter on there. And I think that'll be really cool. Oops, I was pulling off the wrong thing. So that's with letterpress. Letterpress is the stamp. It has all the different letters. I know that we have Apothecary Labels. No, not Apothecary Labels. Yes, it is Apothecary Labels. And those are all smaller. And I don't know if I would want them to even be straight. You know, I may want them to be wonky. I'll put that one on there. You know, it might be fun to tear these. There we go. Typesetting is another really good stamp. I can't remember the last time I used that, and I really do love it. It's the largest of them all. And even though that's still wet, we'll get an idea of what this would look like. I don't like to leave things unfinished. So that would be J. This one, they're a little bit different. And heavy body gel might be better for this, especially because I've got texture on there. And ideally, I would have put these on first. And I will make them cohesive, whatever that is. Don't know what cohesive is yet. Probably, you know, more like the look of this one with all the snow, because I really like that look. Go. I want that one there. So I'm going to make them wonky. I'm going to go there. So when they're cohesive, this will look good. Just right now, it's just, you know, this one isn't finished. But you can see where we started, you know, with that. And then just what that snow and the texture do to it. It's so pretty. It's all the things. So it's figuring out what to do up there. Oops. I think they're so cute. Oh, mine is the arthritis. But if you wanted to make these individual tags, obviously you would put, like a whole word on them. But without a doubt, that one is the prettiest. It's just figuring out what to do to get my bows to be the same, because right now they're not. And that dried, but I'm not sure that that's going to help me any. I love this pen. It's like the prettiest. Let me see if I can get this to go now. There we go. Then I would actually go around the outside. Like that. That looks good. And that's where I would want to end up with them, I think, is more like that would look good. But that one, the sides need to be done. That one, the bow needs to be done, and that a lot needs to be done. Thanks, you guys, for being here. I will post the best picture I can when it's done. We know this stuff doesn't photograph very well. And then I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here.